Thanks, Delano. Now on Bounce, this month we're celebrating National Poetry Month, and tonight we have Boris Blues Rogers here joining us, one of Charlotte's premier and most decorated spoken word poets. Thank you so much for being here, sir. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
First, tell us a little bit about spoken word poetry. What does that term mean?
Well, in that terms, your spoken word, it's taking away from the page and actually stepping onto the stage and delivering your poem. So in the term slam, what we do, we have 3 minutes and 10 seconds to deliver a poem to an audience, 5 judges, 5 random people from off the street, and they judge you from 0 to 10. And it's the most fairest unfair game out there.
Yeah.
It's completely intense.
3.5 minutes is really not that much time.
Well, actually, it's 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
wow.
So let me cut that down a little bit by a few seconds. But
Yeah.
3 minutes and 10 seconds. It's fast.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us about how you stretch the boundaries a little bit. Tell us how you do that.
I just think in terms of where hasn't poetry been? Where can we take it? Where does that lead us? And that's led me to working with NASCAR. That's led me to working with the Hornets and the Panthers, doing stuff that just where poetry wouldn't actually be, especially in the sports world. So it's very exciting, and you can tell the energy matches up when the players get out, and it's just pumping people up and, you know, getting into the depth of the game, the passion of the game, just depending on which venue you're talking about.
I feel like a lot of people forget about poetry nowadays anymore with all the social media and things we have going on, but the spoken word is actually the oldest form of poetry. Is that right?
Well, yeah, spoken word kind of came in on the ladder, and poetry's just been there from the jump. But we started doing spoken word. We're taking it to the clubs, or we got a band behind us. So it's just a very different way of saying how to do poetry, taking a little bit away from hip-hop and slowing it down and adding more feeling and imagery around the message.
Awesome. And you are a 3-time Emmy Award winner. Tell us about your wins.
Working with NASCAR on the show NASCAR Today, and 2 with Raycom, doing the sports openers for the Duke Carolina games, which have been very exciting.
Wow,
yeah,
awesome.
So
That's very cool. And you've shared the stage with some huge stars, too. Tell us about them.
We've got to open up for Outkast back in the day, Pink Floyd, Emile LaRue. I've got to work with, do some stuff with Young Jeezy, if that's familiar to anybody.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So just
John Legend, right?
Did stuff with John Legend.
It's one of my favorites.
Just a number of people opened up for Cornel West, so
Wow.
It's just been a pleasure to have my gift take me almost as many places I could think of. And just doing poetry.
Awesome. We want you to do a little something for us. Can you do that?
I can do a little something. What if we went freestyle off the dome, Sarah? You and I talked about Bounce TV. For African Americans, that's targeting us. So we know that Saints and Sinners and stuff like that, programs like that, that we watch on television, Bounce TV, where we bounce from television station to television station, but land on this one that touches our hearts, so we can sit down with our families and watch the next programming, that we can make sure that our children grow up knowing that they can be on television and bounce like me with poetry, and maybe Mr. Delano over there, they can watch him, see him, and be a newscaster like him, or like you, a young lady grows up and gets to interview a guy like me who just loves poetry on Bounce TV.
Oh my, that is awesome. Did you just, you just came up with that?
Yeah.
What's that one called? What are you going to call that one?
We'll call it Bounce TV. We'll call it Bounce TV.
That's awesome. Thank you. Do you have any events coming up?
I do. We have our big slam coming up April 21st. It's the Grand Slam. SlamCharlotte.com is the website.
Okay.
Go there. And then I'm working with Boom Charlotte. I have a big show that I've written. It's about a play that I've done. BoomCharlotte.com is also the website, April 28th through the 30th. And next week, if you're an MC or a producer who does music, Sounds and 16s at Moorhead Tavern on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Moorhead Tavern Uptown.
Wonderful. And how can people at home watching, if they want to get involved in National Poetry Month, what are some ways people could do that?
They can go to SlamCharlotte.com and they can go to the National Poetry Slam website, which is Poetry Slam Incorporated, and they can follow me on Instagram, Blues Blues Blues, BLUZ, 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 hashtag redundant.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Pleasure to meet you. You can learn more about Boris by logging on to WBTV.com. Look in the Web Extra section right on the homepage. Thanks so much again.
Thank you. I appreciate
Pleasure meeting you. Thank you. Delano.
Awesome.